You have this constant, meddling and interfering, self-serving interfering by the commandant's daughter. So what we would do basically is have her go down to the guard room and say, "Oh, I have to leave a message for JB here. Somebody asked me to leave a message for JB. It's not my message; it's somebody else's message." And she writes, "I really need to see you," and then puts signs Tiffany. "Please meet me here, but don't tell anyone." Then she does the same thing. "Oh, I've got another one I have to do," and she writes the same note in reverse.
So she writes a note to Tiffany and to JB.
Yeah. And then they show up in me. It's a perfect place to have, these fabulous vistas like it, the magic hour and everything. So then somebody tips off Kid Leader of what's going on here. It looks like they're in deep dialogue, but they're really trying to figure out what's going on here. Kid Leader doesn't completely believe everything that's going on, because it just seems a little fishy to her. And Tiffany was very friendly to JB. JT has to go into he goes into Sherlock Holmes mode. And he does some investigating, and he gets the guard who actually had the note passed on. He goes, "Oh yeah, so-and-so, the commandant's daughter came in," and he's like, "Okay, now I've got the whole picture there." But he obviously can't confront the commandant and say, "Hey, listen, your daughter is trying to screw up my whole glee club here." And it's another one of these life lesson moments where you say, sometimes you see things and this is what it appears to be. And then when you find out what it really is, so don't jump to conclusions. Try to do some thinking about this and see what everybody's really feeling and what really happens. She would apologize. "I'm sorry that I jumped to conclusion. I should have listened to you and I didn't. I was overcome by this anger and so forth. And you guys mean so much to me." Then they'll have to have like a big revenge thing against the commandant's daughter, where JB send the commandant's daughter a message. When the commandant's daughter comes in again, "Oh, we have a message here from you from JB." And she goes to show up at some very kind of semi-romantic place, and who shows up but JT instead of JB, and says, I've been hearing some of these things that have been happening. Can you tell me what's going on?" Boom, perfect back, boom, they're out there. With everybody with that chemistry, as you can see. And the commandant's daughter's in the audience, and JT is kind of looking at her like, Every network that doesn't have it is going to say, put whatever our worst show is in this time slot, because there's no sense in programming anything decent against it, because no one's going to watch.